In Reading, Pennsylvania during the late 1990s, a young girl named Taylor Allison Swift sits quietly with a guitar that feels almost too big for her small hands. She's only 11, yet there's something extraordinary in the way she looks at the instrument, as if it holds the key to a world waiting to be discovered. Her fingers tremble as she strums the strings, the sound uneven but full of emotion. While most kids her age are outside playing, Taylor is inside, lost in melodies and words she doesn't fully understand but feels deeply. Music becomes her secret language, a way to make sense of the world around her. Each night, she watches the glowing screen of the family television, mesmerized by country stars like Shania Twain and Faith Hill. She whispers to herself, "Someday, that will be me," not as a wish, but as a quiet promise. Her parents notice something rare, a spark that refuses to fade. They see a dream too big for their small town to contain. So, with faith and determination, they make a bold decision, to move to Nashville, the heart of country music. It's a leap into the unknown, but they believe in their daughter's voice. Taylor doesn't know what lies ahead, only that her songs are calling her towards something greater. In that moment, strumming her guitar and dreaming beyond the horizon, she is unaware that this is where her journey begins, the journey that will one day make the world listen. In Nashville, the young Taylor walks with a guitar slung across her back, her heart full of hope and her notebook full of songs. She knocks on every record label's door, but each one closes before she can finish her sentence. Rejection becomes familiar, polite smiles, kind words, and the same excuse, "You're too young," or "Your songs aren't what we're looking for." Yet she refuses to give up. Every no only sharpens her resolve. She plays in small cafes, school events, and anywhere that will let her sing. Her lyrics, honest and raw, begin to touch people, stories of love, dreams, and heartbreak told through the voice of a teenager who feels deeply. Finally, her persistence pays off when she gets the chance to record her first album, Taylor Swift. At just 16, she becomes a rising country star. Songs like "Teardrops on My Guitar" and "Our Song" resonate with millions who see their own stories reflected in her words. She isn't chasing fame, she's chasing connection. Behind every melody is her belief that music can make people feel less alone. Nashville, once full of closed doors, now echoes with her name. Her diary fills with gratitude, and one line stands out above the rest: "If I can touch someone's heart with my music, then I've done what I was meant to do." Taylor's journey has just begun, and her voice is becoming impossible to ignore. In 2014, Taylor stands before the glittering skyline of New York City, holding the finished copy of her new album, 1989. It's more than just a collection of songs, it's her bold declaration of independence. She's leaving behind her country roots, stepping fully into the world of pop music. Many doubt her decision, calling it risky, but Taylor follows her instinct, trusting the voice inside her that's always guided her songwriting. The release is a cultural explosion. "Shake It Off" fills radios across the globe, "Blank Space" becomes an anthem, and Taylor Swift transforms from America's sweetheart into an international pop icon. Her sound is brighter, her confidence stronger, and her control over her artistry undeniable. But along with the fame comes the noise, the tabloid stories, public breakups, and endless criticism. Every headline tries to define her, to reduce her into fragments of gossip and drama. Yet Taylor refuses to be a victim of her own success. She turns the chaos into creativity, pouring her emotions into music instead of controversy. Her lyrics become her armor, her truth. Behind the glamour and flashing lights, she learns one of life's hardest lessons, that fame is fleeting, but authenticity lasts forever. As the world watches her dance through storms and smiles through pain, Taylor quietly decides something that changes everything: if they want to write my story for me, I'll pick up the pen and write it myself. Between 2017 and 2020, Taylor steps away from the spotlight that once defined her. After years of being dissected by the media, criticized for her personal life, and betrayed by the very industry that helped build her, she retreats into silence. To the world, it seems like she has vanished. But behind closed doors, Taylor is healing, learning, and reclaiming her power. She begins to write again, not for the charts, not for fame, but for herself. Out of that quiet strength comes a rebirth. She returns with reputation, a fierce declaration that she will no longer apologize for who she is. Then comes Lover, a softer reminder that love, in all its forms, can still be beautiful. In 2020, amid a world in crisis, she surprises everyone with Folklore and Evermore, albums that reveal a new Taylor, poetic, introspective, and unafraid to be vulnerable. Critics and fans alike see the evolution of an artist who has found her truth. And when she begins to re-record her old albums as Taylor's version, it's more than nostalgia, it's justice. She takes back ownership of her music, of her voice, of her story. Standing on her own terms, Taylor proves that strength isn't about fighting loudly, it's about standing tall, even when the world tries to silence you. In these years, she doesn't just survive the industry, she transforms it, setting a new standard for artists everywhere. The stadium lights dim, and a wave of anticipation rolls through the crowd. More than 80,000 fans hold up their glowing bracelets as a familiar silhouette steps onto the stage. Taylor Swift smiles, her guitar shimmering under the spotlight. This is the Eras Tour, a journey through every chapter of her life and career. From the country twang of Love Story to the haunting notes of All Too Well and the powerful anthem Anti-Hero, each song feels like a page from her diary brought to life. As she performs, it's not just a concert, it's a celebration of growth, resilience, and storytelling. The audience sings every word back to her, their voices blending with hers in perfect harmony. Taylor pauses for a moment, looking out at the sea of faces who have grown with her over the years. Tears glisten in her eyes as she says softly, "You've been the best thing that ever happened to me. Thank you for finding me through my music." The roar of the crowd fills the night air, echoing her journey from a small-town dreamer to one of the most influential artists of her generation. In that moment, Taylor isn't just performing, she's standing in the very dream she once whispered to herself as a little girl. The lights fade, the music lingers, and one truth remains clear: Taylor Swift didn't just sing her story, she turned it into history.